Brazil, exotic, friendly, open, vast, and beautiful. What you see on tourism ad spots may be deceiving. Below the surface is troubling inequality. Still, the Brazilian government is quickly making moves to close the digital divide.
Brazil is one of the largest countries in South America that continuously attracts tourists from around the world year after year. Brazil borders the Atlantic Ocean as well as various other nations such as Bolivia, Peru, Colombia, Venezuela, and Paraguay. The 3.3 million square mile country is home to more than 192 million people, according to the World Bank. The main language in Brazil is Portuguese, and 74% of the population is Roman Catholic. Currently, Brazil is a federal republic with the president as the head of state who is elected for 4-year terms. Dilma Rousseff of El Partido dos Trabalhadores took office in January 2011. Throughout its history, Brazil has experienced periods of economic booms and busts. In the 2008 global financial crisis, Brazil has came out with relatively small impacts. According to the World Bank, Brazil is the 7th largest economy. Main exports of the nation include transport equipment, iron ore, and soybeans. In addition, the discovery of major offshore oil reserves has potential to propel the country into the top league of oil exporting nations. In 2007, according to the World Bank, the real GDP of Brazil was $2.2 billion. The GDP per head, according to the Economic Intelligence Unit, was $11,387. This total GDP distributed amongst 192 million in Brazil represents my next topic, the extreme inequality in Brazil. Rapid urbanization and population growth have caused many problems in Brazil's developing cities. As cities grow too rapidly, resources are not able to keep up with the swelling population. Therefore, the government has been trying to counteract this inequality. One way to measure the inequality of a nation is through the Gini coefficient and the low-end curve. According to the World Bank, Brazil's Gini coefficient is 54.7%, one of the highest in the world. According to the Economic Intelligence Unit, the Brazilian economy had a growth rate of 4.4% in 2011. The unemployment rate was 6%, which is pretty consistent over the past 3 to 4 years.
According to CGI, 66% of Brazil's population has never had access to internet, and 47% have never used a computer. 64% of the people that have had some sort of access to the internet never had a formal training on how to use the internet, which highlights the need of critical education and consciousness of its use. The Brazilian government has been trying to fight such digital divide by introducing digital inclusion programs in order to socially include the marginalized population. Digital divide refers to inequalities between any groups in terms of access and use of digital technologies and is usually concerned with statistics of access and can help us by acknowledging where the problem is situated. Digital inclusion refers to the process of democratizing the access to digital technologies in a way that the digitally marginalized population is inserted in information society. Former President Lula has taken measures with the government to promote digital inclusion, such as connecting urban public schools to broadband internet, distributing portable computers to students and teachers in elementary public schools, and establishing telecenters and LAN houses where students can learn, study, and entertain themselves. Initiatives such as Computers for All and Broadband in Schools will help up to 37 million students receive a better education through internet access by 2014. On June 15, 2009, former President Lula received the World Telecommunication and Information Society Award from ITU Secretary General Dr. Hamadan Touré at the ITU in Geneva for his accomplishment bridging technology and education together.
President Lula, we are here today to honor you for your leadership in promoting ICTs, as well as protecting children in cyberspace. You have constantly put social problems at the top of your agenda and have been a tireless campaigner for children's rights. You have promoted digital inclusion programs such as PC for All, which aims at providing low-cost computers to Brazil's low-income populations. For school-age children, you have demonstrated deep concern about the safety of children in cyberspace. The law you sanctioned last year against the sexual exploitation of children on the internet should serve as a shining example for all countries.
In addition to the many advances the government has made, the nonprofit organization Center for Digital Inclusion has played a major role in providing internet access and education to low-income communities in Brazil. John Feely, Chief Operating Officer of Internet Group Brazil, explains how education and internet initiatives come together in Brazil.
My name is John Feely, and I'm Chief Operating Officer of IG Brazil, known as IGI, down here. Well, education as a whole is an initiative that makes a lot of sense in a country like Brazil. We still have a high rate of illiteracy. So education as a whole makes a lot of sense. Within this context, Brazil has a great challenge to bring people up to speed. We have a huge internet market with about 40 million users. And when we look at education initiatives online, this all comes together. We're bringing up literacy levels, we're bringing up income levels, and we have an opportunity to bring families, communities, schools together through the online initiative. We have developed a leadership position in this market with a very innovative approach, a very innovative product, and offering the opportunity for anytime, anywhere learning for our students with the different features of our product.
Over the past few years, Brazil has made amazing progress trying to bridge the gap between the digital divide. We can hope that given the combined efforts of the government, private companies, and communities, Brazil is truly on its way to finding the internet's place in its society as a tool to help along true social change.
Tem muita diferença